Hello dear students and viewers, welcome back again Lux classes. Today in this video lecture, I would like to discuss about the structure of eukaryotic cell. As the name indicated, eukaryotic cell. U means होता है good and karyon means nucleus. Eukaryotic cell means that it is such kind of cell in which the nucleus is fully developed. U means good, karyon means nucleus, means good nucleus. Under the heading of good nucleus, we can see that a nucleus which is fully developed and both the nuclear membrane, that is the outer nuclear membrane as well as the inner nuclear membrane, if both the nuclear membranes are present, then such kind of nucleus is called as eukaryotic nucleus, and such kind of cells are called eukaryotic cell. That is known as well developed nucleus, that is good nucleus. This is the structure of eukaryotic cells which we are going to observe here. This is the structure of eukaryotic cell. The outermost layer, that is known as plasma membrane. This is the outermost covering that is found surrounding to the cell, that is known as plasma membrane. And inside the cell you can observe the cytoplasm. This is the nucleus. As we have already indicated that in case of eukaryotic cell there is presence of good nucleus. Good nucleus means that there is the presence of two nuclear membrane. First one is the outer nuclear membrane and second one is the inner nuclear membrane. We have to mention here, this is the outer nuclear membrane and this is the inner nuclear membrane. This is the indication of the nucleus. Here is a nuclear envelope. We have to mention here in the form of nuclear envelope. And the nuclear envelope containing the outer nuclear membrane and inner nuclear membrane. So both the outer and inner nuclear membrane, both are collectively called as nuclear envelope. This is the nucleus, and inside the nucleus you can observe the nucleolus where the ribosome synthesis occurs, and from the outer nuclear membrane you can observe this structure that is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why it is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum? Because the ribosomes are attached over the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum. When the ribosomes are attached over the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, they making the surface of endoplasmic reticulum rough. So it is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. These are the ribosomes which are attached over the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, forming the rough endoplasmic reticulum. These are the Golgi complex. These are the secretory vesicle. These are known as cytoplasmic secretory vesicle. These are Golgi complex. These are mitochondria. These are known as vacuoles. These are the cilium which is arising from the plasma membrane. This is known as peroxisome. Peroxisome found in both the animal and plant cells. Peroxisome contain a type of enzyme which degrade the fatty acid and amino acid. Again I would like to revise it. Peroxisome, this is mitochondria which we have already explained. Vacuole, this is cilium that is arising from the plasma membrane. And inside the plasma membrane, in whole of the cell, below the plasma membrane and outside of the nucleus, and whole structure which you can observe here, this is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the region which is found below the plasma membrane and outside of the nucleus. This is known as cytoplasm. This is known as peroxisome. As we have already indicated that peroxisome, they are found in both plant and animal cells containing a type of enzyme that degrades the fatty acid and amino acid. And this is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. They are known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum because no any kind of ribosomes are attached over the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, so it is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is the ribosome ribosomes. Some ribosomes, they have to be attached over the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, forming the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Along with this, there are certain ribosomes, they are freely found in the cytoplasm. They are known as free ribosome. This is known as lysosome. And this is nucleolus, we have already explained. This is the nucleus, this is the nuclear envelope, outer and inner nuclear envelope, and this is the centrosome. This is the centrosome, it is very, very important. This is the centrosome, it is very, very important. Why it is known as, why it is very, very important? Because centrosome is the characteristic feature of animal cell. सेंट्रोसोम केवल एनिमल सेल में पाया जाता है, प्लांट सेल में नहीं पाया जाता है. इसको मैंने पूरा एक्सप्लेन कर दिया. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ यूकैरियोटिक सेल. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ यूकैरियोटिक एनिमल सेल. सो द आउटर मोस्ट कवरिंग इज द प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. सबसे बाहर प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन पाई जाती है. प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर और न्यूक्लियस के बाहर जो भी पदार्थ यहाँ भरा होता है उसको साइटोप्लाज्म कहते हैं. ये न्यूक्लियस है. न्यूक्लियस फुली डेवलप्ड होता है. आउटर न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन और इनर न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन पाई जाती है, जिसको हम न्यूक्लियर एनवेलप कहते हैं. आउटर न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन जो है फोल्ड करके मेनी टाइम्स बना लेती है रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. इसके ऊपर राइबोसोम अटैच होते हैं जो इसकी सरफेस को खुरदरा बना देते हैं, इसलिए इसको रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम कहते हैं. ये स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम होती हैं जो कि एकदम चिकनी होती है, इस पर कोई राइबोसोम अटैच नहीं होते हैं. माइटोकांड्रिया है, बाइकूल्स हैं. प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन जो है बाहर निकल करके सीलियम बना लेती है. साइटोप्लाज्म मैंने बता ही दिया. पैराक्सीसोम मैंने पहले ही बता दिया. ये साइटोप्लाज्मिक सेक्रेटरी वेजाइकिल हैं. गाल्जी कॉम्प्लेक्स हैं. न्यूक्लियस है, न्यूक्लियोलस है, लाइसोसोम है. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ यूकैरियोटिक सेल which we have to explain here. Structure of eukaryotic cell means that we are going to discuss about the structure of a typical animal cell. Here we can mention, we have to mention structure of typical animal cell. And structure of typical animal cell, and in animal cell there is the presence of centrosome, that is the characteristic feature of animal cell, that is the centrosome. So we can say that in case of eukaryotic cells there is the presence of well developed nucleus. Now we will discuss about the eukaryotic cell in detail. This is the eukaryotic cells, and under the heading of eukaryotic cell, this is eukaryotic cell. As the name indicated, यूकैरियोट, जैसा कि नाम से पता चल रहा है यूकैरियोटिक सेल. यू मीन्स गुड, कैरियन मीन्स न्यूक्लियस. सो इट इज सच काइंड ऑफ सेल इन व्हिच न्यूक्लियस इज फुली डेवलप्ड. यूकैरियोटिक सेल, ग्रीक भाषा में यू मीन्स गुड, कैरियन मीन्स न्यूक्लियस. इट इज सच काइंड ऑफ सेल इन व्हिच द न्यूक्लियस इज फुली डेवलप्ड. दिस सेल कॉन्टेन ए ट्रू न्यूक्लियस. ये ऐसी कोशिकाएं होती हैं जो वास्तविक न्यूक्लियस धारण करती हैं. द हेरिडेटरी मटेरियल, जो भी आनुवंशिक पदार्थ होते हैं, दैट इज द डीएनए, दैट इज एसोसिएटेड विद द बेसिक प्रोटीन, दैट इज द हिस्टोन प्रोटीन. जितने भी हेरिडेटरी मटेरियल होते हैं, जितने भी डीएनए होते हैं, वो पैक्ड होते हैं, न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर पाए जाते हैं, हिस्टोन प्रोटीन से बाइंड होते हैं एंड फॉर्म द न्यूक्लियो प्रोटीन, और न्यूक्लियो प्रोटीन का निर्माण करते हैं. And is separated from the cytoplasm. Here the genetic material, that is the DNA, that is bind with the histone protein, and that is quite separated from the cytoplasm. But in case of prokaryotic cell, the hereditary material, that is the DNA, that is lying scattered in the cytoplasm because there is the absence of nuclear membrane. But here in eukaryotic cell, the nucleus is fully developed due to the presence of outer and inner nuclear membrane, due to the presence of nuclear envelope. So the genetic material is quite separated from the cytoplasm, and that is joined with the, that is this nuclear material, that is the DNA, that is bind with the histone protein, forming the nucleoprotein, and the membrane bond organelles such as endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, mitochondria, chloroplast, lysosome, ribosome, all are present in the eukaryotic cell. All are present, and these all are absent in the prokaryotic cell. In case of prokaryotic cell, only ribosome is found, that is the 70s ribosome. Here in case of eukaryotic cell, ribosome is also found, that is the 80s ribosome. Popular example is the all plant and animal cells. सभी प्लांट और एनिमल सेल जो होती हैं, दे आर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ यूकैरियोटिक सेल एक्सेप्ट द बैक्टीरिया एंड ब्लू ग्रीन एल्गी. Now let us be talking about the some information regarding the mesokaryotic cells. There are certain cells, they are quite advanced in comparison to the prokaryotic cell, but they are less advanced in comparison to the eukaryotic cell. They comes under the heading of mesokaryotic cells. So I would like to discuss some idea about the mesokaryotic cells. Mesokaryotic cells are known as those kind of cells. In these cells the nuclear membrane is present. मैंने पहले ही बताया, meso means middle, karyon means nucleus. Middle nucleus means that it is such kind of cell which is more advanced in comparison to the prokaryotic cell, but they are less advanced in comparison to the eukaryotic cells. In these cells the nuclear membrane is present. ऐसी कोशिकाओं में जो न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन होता है वो पाया जाता है अराउंड द न्यूक्लियर और हेरिडेटरी मटेरियल. ऐसी कोशिकाओं में जो न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन होता है वह न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल अथवा हेरिडेटरी मटेरियल के चारों तरफ पाया जाता है. बट डीएनए इज नॉट एसोसिएटेड विद द हिस्टोन प्रोटीन. लेकिन जो डीएनए होता है वो हिस्टोन प्रोटीन से एसोसिएटेड नहीं होता है, हिस्टोन प्रोटीन से जुड़ा नहीं होता है. अब तीनों सेल में अंतर देखिए. प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल में क्या था? इन केस ऑफ प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल there was a single DNA molecule, there was a single double stranded circular DNA molecule that is found naked in the cytoplasm because there is the absence of a true nucleus, there is the absence of nuclear membrane. So genetic material is lying scattered in the cytoplasm, scattered and naked in the cytoplasm, and that is known as nucleoid. But this is quite some more advanced in comparison to the prokaryotic cell. Here the genetic material, that is the DNA, that is lying within the nucleus. There is the presence of nuclear membrane, but we have keeping in mind that this genetic material, that is the DNA, that is not associated with the histone protein. The DNA that is associated with the histone protein only in case of eukaryotic cell. So the mesokaryotic cell, that is quite more advanced in comparison to the prokaryotic cell and less advanced in comparison to the eukaryotic cell. Thus these are more advanced than prokaryotes. इस तरह से प्रोकैरियोट से ज़्यादा एडवांस होती हैं बट लेस एडवांस देन द यूकैरियोटिक सेल. लेकिन यूकैरियोटिक सेल से कम विकसित होती हैं. प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल से ज़्यादा विकसित होती हैं और यूकैरियोटिक सेल से कम विकसित होती हैं. पॉपुलर एग्जांपल है डाइनोफ्लैजेलेट. डाइनोफ्लैजेलेट का मतलब होता है ऐसे फ्लैजेलेट्स जिसमें दो फ्लैजेला पाया जाता है. डाइनोफ्लैजेलेट प्रोटोजोन इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ मेसोकैरियोटिक सेल. डाइनोफ्लैजेलेट प्रोटोजोन्स होते हैं. फाइलम प्रोटोजोआ के अंतर्गत कुछ ऑर्गेनिज्म ऐसे होते हैं इसमें दो फ्लैजेला पाए जाते हैं. दोनों फ्लैजेला जो होते हैं 90 डिग्री पर पाए जाते हैं. उनको डाइनोफ्लैजेलेट्स प्रोटोजोन्स कहते हैं. उसको डाइनोफाइसी कहते हैं. ये मोस्टली मैरीन होते हैं. दे आर द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ मेसोकैरियोट्स. डाइनोफ्लैजेलेट कहने का मतलब है कि देयर इज द प्रेजेंस ऑफ टू फ्लैजेला and both the flagella they are found at 90 degree position. Popular example of the mesokaryotic cell is known as serratium and noctiluca. Serratium and noctiluca. Serratium and noctiluca. Serratium and noctiluca, these are the two example of the mesokaryotic cells. They are comes under the heading of dinoflagellates under the heading of phylum Protozoa. So the mesokaryotic cells are such kind of cell which is quite more advanced in comparison to the prokaryotic cell and less advanced in comparison to the eukaryotic cell. So these are the information regarding the eukaryotic cell along with the mesokaryotic cell, and we have to explain about the structure of eukaryotic cell. Thanks to all of you watching the video. Thank you. अगर आप चैनल पर नए हैं चैनल को लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करते रहिएगा. Thanks to all of you watching the video. Thank you.